First is this search functionality on the main page. It kind of works. I just trying to make it a bit more useful. You can either use the drop-down menu to search through different types of applications and topics. But then, for example, EEG yields quite a bit of results. So you could search by ERP. Why does that one comes up? Right, well, because it has ERP and interpolation. So we want to prevent things like that from happening. Yeah, ERP, for example, should be a standalone term. You can select the EEG from the dropdown, then type in ECG, and we have this block that actually is talking about both of them. So I would think the seizure zone will come up in simulations or visualizations. Well, yeah, the problem is we'll have to make the... So it's pulling out, when searching, it's pulling out the text from the label, the title, and the description. So probably just one way to fix it will be just making the description better. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're calling games, yeah, if a game. It's meant to be gamification of biomedical data. It's not necessarily games per se. We want to improve the multi-category drop-down value logic, the JavaScript logic. We want it to be improved to essentially include all the drop-down items from the drop-down filter ID section. Essentially, yeah, obviously we need to keep all the items there. We'll be actually adding a few more, so essentially publishing more tools that we were working on recently. The development is all in the live stream, and eventually all the tools are available on this website, so go check it out. So let's actually try it out. But then I guess this would... And to make sure it's actually working, let's check the script. The filter content function. Filter content function. 73. Guess now it's much smaller. Should we have a pages found type of thing? Well, in this case, it's obviously 2 for vision, so that works. Okay, I'm not sure why all this is being selected for mental health. Well, because it's including psychology therapy. So it's including all the relevant. So that's not great. Okay, so how do we prevent something like this from happening? See example in the attached image. The highlighting is part of the browser search functionality. It's not part of the... we don't have it in the code at the moment, do we? A contextual highlighting. Style adjustment. No, I meant the wording. Can you focus on the search? I meant the fact that, yes, we have in the mental health, we have mental psychology therapy, even though I would have probably removed therapy. We're not talking about therapy anywhere on the page. We want to have all the versions of the word mental, but we don't want to include any other words like experimental or fundamental. We just want to include all the variations of mental, as in mentally, mental health, things like that. We want to include the exact matches. Well, no, regular expressions. This way you can precisely control what matches the user, ensuring that only intended variation of... Okay, let's try it out. So when we do this, should modify the code. Yeah, the code is a template, so it doesn't actually have all the items that we have on the page, but that's okay, because we're not editing those. We're just editing the search functionality. Yes, we need this line there, and then let the match input. And so commenting that out. Oops. Placing this in. Okay, now when we do mental health, that does not work. And no errors. What did we do wrong? So taking that keyword, oh, that did work, did it? It doesn't seem to work. See image attached. This below is the whole code again for your reference. Okay, so it's supposedly fixed. Okay, it does work now. But we have to check it for all the other. So in the search currently you can display all tools. I think that's the default. Ideally that actually won't be the default. Ideally instead of all tools, I would like to have a selected or featured item in the dropdown. Yeah, now the EEG selection is also better. How about cardiovascular? That's pretty much the same as it was. So yeah, obviously search works really well, especially if you can just modify the dataset. Now say the Lessagius curves should come up in simulations or visualizations, and it does not, because the description, and then you have a Z and an S, you have different spellings of it. Okay, we fixed. Right, now it's there. Yeah, I'll have a bunch of tools on optical illusions. I mean, we could just include the illusions in there, because again, it's not included. Because we have that one, and then we have the one where the illusion is actually deployed. It's actually deployed, so you can. This is more interactive. We can play around with. But let's add that keyword. Let's test it. Okay, the Ponzo illusion. Yeah, I don't understand how a regex working doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to work. Because I thought if I'm adding illusions, then I don't have to add the same word in plural. But apparently I do. It's maybe the settings. Why do with regex? Why do I need to include the same word in plural? Can it just be automatically included? Yeah, it's something to do with that line. Can we automatically include plural and the same word ending with ing? Yeah, we could have false positive. What? No, that's okay if it's not a real word. It could be, by the way, so this could be or instead of an and. So it could be ing or as, surely. But I like how it's talking about false positive and specificity. Well, yeah, specificity is obviously important. In this case, it's not deadly. You can just give a summary and go for it, update the code. But keep everything else as is. Okay, that looks good. Can we just a couple of final touches? Improve the EEG label within the dropdown to be kind of similar to the cardiovascular. So we want something neuro stuff, neurological or whatever, whichever one you choose. And then in brackets have EEG and what else? And other things related to neurological stuff.